Sorry, not doing any add-ons up here today. Thank you for that. This is a off-the-cuff comedy show. I'll be doing some bits, some things like that. But sit back and relax. We'll start in about 3 to 5 minutes. Duet chats right now. Sorry. This is a free janky show, so just sit back and take the janky show. It's like if somebody gave you their Netflix password, or someone didn't give you their Netflix password, but you got it from somebody else, but you have this stranger's Netflix password. That's what this show is like. So just sit back and relax and do your drug of choice moderately. Okay, moderately. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep recording random stuff and do it that way until I have a bunch of random content on my phone, so I can fill up my YouTube channel and have a bunch of shit to say, so it seems like I'm important. But yeah, anyways, yes, off the cuff comedy. For those who don't know, my name's Duran Anthony. Okay, my name's Duran Anthony, and sometimes people pronounce my name Darren. Sometimes they get that pronunciation, but I try to remind people that, Darren and Duran are two different names. And if you have a hard time remembering it, just know that Darren sounds like somebody that went to college, and Duran sounds like somebody who just served 5 to 10. And you'll definitely remember that going forward in the future. Let's see. We have 70 people in here. That's great. That's beautiful stuff. That's happy stuff. I'm happy for you, and I'm happy for everybody else. And yeah, I hope that everybody's having a happy Mother's Day out there. You know what I mean? I hope everyone's having a happy Mother's Day. The microphone is coming out on your end of things. So I hope you don't need a hearing aid later. So hopefully there's no elderly people watching this right now, because I'm sure their ears are shot. 100% cooked. But yes. We are all here. Yes, I know I was living in the same city as you. Are you talking about the city that I'm in that begins with the letter A, where the Mighty Ducks play? If so, put a duck in the chat. Go ahead and put a duck in the chat. If that's so, if that's true, if that's real, if that's tangible, if that's believable. You know what I mean? If I can change my religion on just that, put a duck in the chat. That's all I got to say about that. All right, go ahead and put a duck in the chat. I don't even know. It's all the part of comedy. And I bet you're wondering why my shirt is hairy. It's because I wore this shirt inside out. And I am having reverse alopecia. So the hair is growing more and rapidly. Yes. In about 5 to 10 minutes, I will look like Cousin It. So, how are all you black people doing out there? I'm happy that you're all black and you came here to be more black. That's fantastic. But you didn't get me nothing for February, so I'll be waiting Juneteenth. So, the tooth fairy is not my best friend. Or I have no idea what I'm talking about. But that's fine. Nobody knows what they're talking about half the time. And that's great for surgery in the morning. But anyway, sometimes I feel like killing myself. A balance of selflessness and selfishness, but the selfishness needs to outweigh the selflessness. That's just how I see it. You know what I mean? And if you disagree, you're a narcissist. Tomorrow is the best way to fly. Oh yeah, I forgot I was supposed to be doing games and stuff. Well, there's only one game. I'm gonna pull random things from that hat and then just do random things, whatever the hat says in there. But I don't know if I need to do that yet. I don't know. I don't know. Wow, I've been doing this for 13 minutes. And people do comedy for an hour? I don't know how. It's like, I don't know. Like, at a certain point, it just becomes like therapy. And everybody in the audience are unironically, or, you know, they're the therapist now. Follows and all that good stuff. Thank you for all that stuff. I'm going to take all that stuff and I'm going to pawn it. Nice play. I'm not going to pawn it. I'm going to turn it into crypto. Nope. Never mind. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to put it in storage. It's safer that way. And then eventually I won't pay for the storage and it'll just get auctioned off. So thanks for your things. Or society should thank you. All right. Cool. Great motivational speech. And if I was to live a lie, I would be a politician. Never mind. Welcome, welcome, and welcome, and goodbye. So welcome and goodbye, goodbye and welcome, welcome and goodbye and welcome. And then tomorrow is another. I don't know what I did. There we go. I couldn't see the thing. It wasn't doing the thing, the countdown thing, or the count up thing. Sometimes I hate trying to make things make sense. It's complicated. Sometimes I wish I could not let it make sense, and just let it be. You know, just get into pure what is that? Existentialism, and just never don't label nothing. Just let it be as it is. You know, like I'm just a thing, man, and that's a thing, and that's a thing. But then you might get arrested because, you know, saying things like that freely might be sexual harassment. So be careful if you're black. Like you guys all are, because you're black, but you can't say the N-word unless you can. I mean, you do what you want, but, you know, it's a free country. You know what I'm saying? And it's like there's a lot, like, we're really the majority, but they tricked us and made us think we're the minority. Because y'all not really black, so the numbers are all off. So anyways, like I was saying, shit's crazy. Not only that, a Starbucks CEO, he just dropped a new Starbucks coffee cup, and he's like, yo, it's $9, son. And people are like, yo, this coffee is mad expensive, why would I want to spend $9 for this? And he's like, well, it's not $10. And if you think about it, he's right. You know, it's not $10, but at the same time, it's extremely egregious because he's claiming that you're getting a premium experience. And I think if I'm spending $9 on a cup of coffee, it should keep me up for 9 hours. Up to something, you know. That's why Shaggy and Scooby used to always get in trouble and shit. But anyways, Scientologists are pissed off at teenagers because teenagers are going to the Scientology centers to what are they actually doing? They're doing not TikTok dances, but they're going there to I forgot exactly what they're doing. Hold on. It's supposed to be off the cuff, but this is improvised. Well, they're just basically breaking into their centers to just do TikToks. That's basically what they're doing. Let me fix this thing. All right, everything's fixed. So let's see. So it's like an old senior perv using outdated lingo. So they'd be like, hey there, baby. You want to go make whoopee in the back of my paddy wagon?" Or it's like you want to do the Charleston. You want to do the Charleston. You want to do the Charleston. Let's do the Charleston in the back there. You gotta be careful with my hip. It's it's messed up. But yeah. Or having an unusual epiphany. It's like, you know, I can see out of my eyes, man. Or uh, you ever wonder how water gets wet? Or you ever think palm trees have hands? Or it'd be like,